I almost undercharged for this 15K project. This was the first time ever quoting that much, and I was nervous. Hey, I'm Yao. I'm a logo and brand designer. And in this video, I'll be sharing what exactly goes into a 15K project, the strategy, the brand design, the assets that was included, what I learned along the way, everything. Let's go. This project was for Megan Ashley, a Christian influencer and podcast host. She has a podcast called In Totality and a clothing brand under the same name. Now, the problem here was cohesion. The podcast logo and the clothing brand logo were all different, and she needed consistency across all her touch points. So she did not need just a logo. She needed a system that worked on her clothing brand, her Shopify store, her website, her social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, everywhere. I had to make sure that every touch point was catered to. And so at this level, the client is not just paying for a logo, they're paying for clarity and scalability. So the 15K investment included full brand identity system, a personal site, Shopify site, social media templates, and a brand guidelines to bring everything together. You must be thinking, wow, these are a lot of things, and it is, but that's what's needed at this level, at the level that her brand is at, where we're thinking about every single touch point, everything. We're basically future-proofing her brand in the next 15, 20 years, where everything is catered for, you understand? Now, before starting any project, I always jump on the discovery call to really understand my client and their brand and how the brand is now and what the future plans for the brand are. This is to really understand the full scope of the project and what are the pain points and what are their direct needs. You understand? The once that's done, we jump on the onboarding phase, doing the proposal, signing contract, all that stuff. Now, the first stage of the real branding process always starts with the brand strategy. So this is a very crucial part of the stage. This is to really understand the nucleus of the brand, understand who are the customers, how old are they, all of these things, because that will drive every design decision that we made will be driven from that strategy phase. Initially, I leaned too heavy onto the ALD and Ralph Lauren aesthetics, even though that was the goal at the start of it. We later realized, we don't want to lean too much in this direction, but we want to go a different route. And that's where I took a step back, looking at the strategy, the data and information, and proposed a different visual direction for the brand that aligned with the brand and its future goals. And so that's where we came to a kind of an agreement or a conclusion. And so at this stage is really making sure that me and the client is aligned. I don't design no logos if the visual identity is not approved. It's a waste of time. So once that was done, everything went smoothly after that. I started designing the logo, designing the whole brand world and everything that encompassed it. Now, and I was having a really good time just designing everything. Oh man, I love this part. Like once that direction is approved, the logo has been designed. I love the part that involves around designing everything. Oh man, designing the templates, designing the patterns, the textures, the little icons. Oh man, I love this part. So I was really having a good time designing the website, designing the Shopify store, social media templates. It was such a good time. And so that little small hiccup really allowed us to align properly. It's so important that you and the client is aligned visually and aligned in terms of the strategy, because then now when I present the logo to you, I present the brand world to you, you kind of already have approved it, because we are taking things a step at a time and taking you along the journey. It's all about taking the clients along the journey as you go, After the discovery call with the client, I can't lie to you, I was a bit nervous. So before designing anything, before I went to the designing and designing everything, I was nervous. I can't lie to you. Because you have to understand that this was the first time ever quoting a project of that size. And so I was nervous at quoting that number. I was like, man, what if they don't take it? What if, I'm not good enough? What if, they think it's too expensive? All of these thoughts was in my mind, but I had to remember, wait, the value that I'm providing to the client, the value that I'm providing to the brand is priceless. The future of a brand and what it goes to do, these are priceless things. And so I had to be confident in that, understand, okay, I'm pricing based on the value that I know that this logo will impact the brand, you know what I mean? And so that's where I was a bit more confident. And I sent the proposal off and then she agreed. And that's when my whole mindset changed on what I saw in terms of pricing. It changed. So, okay, this is what I should be charging. This is exactly what I should be charging for projects. And it changed my whole mindset in terms of pricing and brand identity. And so, oh wow, yeah, this is it. Because if you really deep it, what the 50K is paying for, it's paying for peace of mind. It's paying for scalability. It's paying for the future. It's paying for systems. It's paying for fluidity on every touch point. And those things are absolutely priceless. You know what I mean? So, moral of the story, it's all about pricing based on value, being confident, knowing what you bring to the table, knowing the market is on, understanding what the impact of a good brand identity is to a brand. And so knowing that gives you confidence to charge what you need to charge. So don't be scared. This is your sign as a logo designer, brand designer, that listen, you need to increase your prices. If you needed a sign, this is your sign. Increase your prices, be confident in the value that you're bringing, being confident in who you are, because you got this. Do you understand? Like my whole mantra of Offbeat is all about leaving your mark, because success leaves a trail. There are footprints on the moon, and that is a proof that they went there. So my whole mantra of Offbeat is all about leaving your mark and leaving a legacy, leaving a footprint behind for people to follow. And so that's why I'm making these videos. That's why I'm documenting the process, because I want you guys to come along on the journey along with me. And as I go along, I'm leaving a trail for other designers to also follow and be inspired by as well. So guys, happy designing, and don't forget to leave your mark. Peace.